XML. Your great-grandfather saved seeds from every harvest. For the next planting, he kept the best ears from the best plants, selected for what worked on his land, built corn that adapted to his soil, his weather, his conditions over decades. His father did the same, and his father before him. Every generation back to the beginning of agriculture. 10,000 years of farmers saving seeds. It wasn't a choice, it wasn't even a thought. It was just farming. Then in one generation, maybe yours, maybe your dad's, farmers stopped, just stopped saving seeds, started buying them every spring instead. And once they stopped, they couldn't start again. This isn't about better technology making the old way obsolete. This is about how American farmers went from being the source of their own seeds to being customers buying genetics they can never own. From independence that lasted 10,000 years to dependence that happened in 40. And once that shift happened, once farmers stopped saving seeds, the door closed. Not slowly, not gradually, immediately. Because the seeds farmers buy today won't work if you save them. Some won't grow at all. Some are illegal to save. And even if you save them, they wouldn't produce what you planted. Fellow farmers, your grandfather owned his seed, completely. Nobody could take it. Nobody could tell him he couldn't plant it next year. Nobody could raise the price on him because he had his own. That seed was his independence, his insurance, his control. You buy seed every spring. You can't save what you plant. If you tried, it wouldn't work the way you need it to. And in some cases, saving it would put you in court. 3 reasons this happened. 3 changes that seemed logical when they arrived. 3 decisions that led to a loss of control nobody saw coming until it was permanent and couldn't be reversed. If you watched the last video, you know farmers lost the ability to fix their own equipment. This is the same pattern. Different resource. Same loss. Same permanence. The first reason hit hard because it was real. Impossible to argue against, impossible to ignore. Hybrid seed out-yielded saved seed. Not by a little, by a lot. Enough that ignoring it meant falling behind. Enough that the math was brutal and obvious. Your great-grandfather saved seed and got decent yields. Consistent, reliable, maybe 60 bushels per acre in good years. 40 in bad years, but it was his seed, free. Always available, under his complete control. Then hybrid corn arrived in the 1930s, and suddenly farmers planting hybrid were getting 90 bushels. 100. Numbers that made saved seed look obsolete overnight. The neighbor with hybrid corn was harvesting 50% more from the same ground. How do you compete with that? How do you justify staying with saved seed when the farmer next to you is making 50% more money per acre? When the bank is looking at your yields and asking why you're falling behind? The economics were crushing, brutal, one-sided. Hybrid seed cost money, real money every spring, but it paid for itself in yield increase by June. By harvest, the difference was undeniable. The farmer who stayed with saved seed was leaving money in the field. Money his family needed, money that meant the difference between surviving and struggling. So farmers switched, your grandfather probably switched. Not because he wanted to give up independence, not because he liked being dependent on seed companies, but because the math didn't lie. Hybrid corn yielded more, period. And farming is a business. You can't ignore 50% yield increases because you value independence. Fellow farmers, this wasn't surrender, this was survival. Your grandfather made a logical choice with the information he had. He chose yield because yield was income. He chose hybrid because hybrid worked. The loss of control came later. The trap closed later, but in that moment, buying hybrid seed looked like progress. Did your grandfather switch to hybrid? When? What did he say about the decision? Share below. This history matters more than people realize. But here's what the seed companies didn't advertise. Here's what farmers didn't understand until it was too late. Hybrid seed doesn't breed true. Save seed from a hybrid crop, plant it next year, and you don't get them hybrid back. You get genetic chaos, yields collapse, uniformity disappears. What worked this year fails next year. This isn't sabotage, this is biology. This is how hybridization works. Cross two inbred parent lines, you get hybrid vigor in the first generation. Spectacular yields. Uniform plants, everything performs, but save those seeds and plant them. The second generation falls apart. Yields drop by half or more. Plants vary wildly, some tall, some short, some mature early, some late. Genetic segregation destroys everything the hybrid delivered. Your grandfather figured this out fast. First-year hybrid, spectacular harvest. Tried saving some seed to test it. Planted it the next spring. Watch the disaster unfold. Uneven germination. Variable growth. While terrible yields. The lesson was immediate and expensive. Hybrid seed is a one-year product. Use it and replace it. Every year. Forever. So the seed companies had farmers locked in. Not through contracts, not through laws. Through biology. Through genetics that made saving seed pointless. The independence your great-grandfather had with open-pollinated varieties disappeared the moment farmers adopted hybrids. Because open-pollinated corn breeds true. Save seed from open-pollinated varieties, plant it next year, you get the same thing back. Maybe slightly different, but functional, usable. Your great-grandfather could save seed indefinitely. Select for traits he wanted. Adapt the variety to his land over generations. That seed became his, genetically his. Yeah, hybrid seed never becomes yours, it's rented genetics. One season, one use. Then you're back at the dealer buying again. And once farmers accepted that pattern, once buying seed every year became normal, the seed companies had control. Not legal control yet, but practical control, biological control. Farmers needed seed companies every spring, and companies that control what you need control you. When did your family stop saving seed completely? What crop? What did your grandfather keep longest before switching? This knowledge is disappearing. Share what you remember. The third reason made it permanent. And this one wasn't biology. This one was law. Patents, contracts, genetic use agreements, technology licensing. Terminator genes. An entire legal framework that made saving seed not just impractical, but illegal. In 1930, farmers had the legal right to save any seed they bought. It was property. Once purchased, it was yours. Do with it what you wanted. Save it, replant it, give it to your neighbor, sell it, breed with it, develop your own varieties from it. The law recognized seed as a product. Buy it, own it, use it however you chose. Then seed companies started patenting genetics, claiming ownership not of the physical seed, but of the DNA inside it. And with patents came restrictions, contracts, agreements you signed when buying seed that said, you can plant this once. You cannot save it. You cannot replant it. You cannot give it away. If we find saved seed on your farm, we can sue you. Yeah, your grandfather's independence disappeared into contract language, into patent law, into legal agreements that turned seed from property you owned into genetics you licensed for one season. Saving seed went from your right to their violation, from normal farming practice to contract breach, and farmers signed. Because what choice did they have? The seed worked. The yields were real. Every neighbor was signing the same agreement. Banks expected you to plant the best genetics available. Fighting over contract terms meant falling behind while everyone else moved forward. So farmers signed away the right to save seed, signed it away one contract at a time, 1 year at a time, until saving seed wasn't just impractical or pointless, it was illegal. A farmer caught saving patented seed could be sued, could lose the farm. The risk became enormous while the benefit disappeared. Then came Terminator technology, genetic use restriction technology, seeds engineered to produce crops that couldn't reproduce, plants that grew fine, yielded fine, but produced seed that wouldn't germinate. Sterility built into the genetics, the ultimate control, not just biological dependence, not just legal dependence, genetic dependence. Seeds that couldn't be saved even if you tried, even if you broke the law, even if you were willing to accept lower yields. The seeds themselves were dead. Terminator tech hasn't been commercially released yet, as of now. Public backlash stopped it, but the threat exists, the technology exists. And it represents the end of the road. Complete corporate control over seeds. Zero possibility of farmer independence. Ever, fellow farmers. This is where it went. 10,000 years of farmers saving seeds ended in courtrooms, in patent offices, and genetic engineering labs. Your great-grandfather owned his seed. Your grandfather rented genetics. You licensed DNA you can never own and can't legally save. Have you ever saved seed? Tried it? What happened? Has anyone in your family been contacted by seed companies about saved seed? This matters. Share your experience below. 3 reasons, 3 changes, 3 shifts that turned farmers from seed savers into seed buyers. First came yield. All hybrid seed outperformed saved seeds so dramatically that staying with the old way meant economic suicide. The choice wasn't really a choice, it was survival. Then came biology. Hybrid genetics don't breed true. Save hybrid seed and replant it, you get genetic chaos and collapsed yields. The biology itself created dependence, made saving seed pointless even if it was legal. Finally came law, patents, contracts, licensing agreements, genetic use restrictions, the legal framework that made saving seed not just impractical, but illegal. That turned farmers from owners into licensees, from independent to dependent, from controllers to controlled. Your great-grandfather saved seed because that's what farmers did. Kept the best, planted the best. Improved varieties over generations. That seed was his legacy, his insurance, his independence. Nobody could take it, nobody controlled it. It was farming. Your grandfather switched to hybrid because the yields were real and the economics were brutal. He thought he was choosing better technology. He didn't realize he was trading independence for production. Control for yield. Ownership for rental. You buy seed every spring because you have no choice. The biology won't work if you save it. The law won't allow it. The genetics might not even be viable. Independence isn't just lost. It's locked away. Permanently. And here's what nobody tells you. Once farmers stopped saving seeds, the knowledge of how to do it started disappearing too. Your great-grandfather knew how to select seed, how to test germination, how to maintain variety purity, how to adapt varieties to local conditions. Your grandfather knew some of it. Your dad knows almost none of it. You probably know nothing, because when a practice stops, the knowledge dies. And when knowledge dies, the practice becomes impossible, even if the law changed. Even if the biology allowed it, even if you wanted to go back. The door doesn't just close, it locks, and the key gets lost. Some farmers are trying to bring it back, saving seeds from open-pollinated varieties, building seed networks outside corporate control, teaching themselves what their great-grandfathers knew instinctively. But it's hard, it's slow, and it's fighting against corporations with billions of dollars and legal teams and patented genetics. Can farmers reclaim seed saving? Or is that independence gone forever? Is the door locked permanently? Or is there still time to learn what was lost? What did your great-grandfather grow that you can't buy seed for anymore? What varieties disappeared when farmers stopped saving? What knowledge did your family lose? Share below, because if enough farmers remember, maybe we start taking back what was given away. The next video shows what happened when farmers lost control of their other inputs too. How dependence compounds. How control slips away one decision at a time. That one's coming soon. Fellow farmers, stay close.